Budgeting is one of the most important things you can do to take control of your finances and achieve your financial goals. Whether you're trying to save for a down payment on a house, pay off credit card debt, or build an emergency fund, creating a budget and sticking to it is essential. In this video, we'll walk you through the steps of assessing your current financial situation, setting financial goals, creating a budget plan, and tips for sticking to it. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to create a budget that works for you and how to stick to it. So, let's get started. Step 1. Assess your current financial situation. The first step in creating a budget is to assess your current financial situation. This means gathering all of your income and expenses and calculating your net income. Your income is all the money you bring in, whether it's from your job, investments, or other sources. Your expenses are all the money you spend, including bills, groceries, entertainment, and other regular or irregular expenses. To get an accurate picture of your current financial situation, you'll need to gather all of your income and expenses for at least the past 3 months. You can use bank statements, credit card statements, and other financial records to help you. Once you have all of your income and expenses, you can calculate your net income, which is your income minus your expenses. This will give you an idea of how much money you have left over each month to put towards your financial goals. It's important to be honest and realistic about your income and expenses when you assess your current financial situation. If you're not sure about how much you're spending in certain areas, you may want to track your expenses for a month or 2 before creating a budget. By understanding your current financial situation, you'll be able to create a budget that's tailored to your needs and goals, and that you can stick to. Step 2. Set financial goals. Now that you have a clear picture of your current financial situation, it's time to set financial goals. Determine what you want to achieve with your budget, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off credit card debt, or building an emergency fund. It's important to have specific and measurable goals in mind when creating your budget. For example, if your goal is to save for a down payment on a house, decide how much you want to save, and by when. If your goal is to pay off credit card debt, decide how much you want to pay off and by when. It is also important to prioritize your goals. Some goals may be more important than others, and you may need to focus on one goal at a time. For example, if you have high-interest credit card debt, it may be more important to focus on paying that off before saving for a down payment on a house. When setting your financial goals, make sure they are realistic and achievable within your current financial situation. It's also important to remember that your goals may change over time, and it's okay to adjust them as needed. By setting financial goals, you'll have a clear idea of what you're working towards and can create a budget that aligns with those goals. Step 3. Create a budget plan. Now that you have assessed your current financial situation and set your financial goals, it's time to create a budget plan. Use your income and expenses to create a budget that allows you to reach your financial goals. It's important to be realistic and flexible when creating your budget, as unexpected expenses may arise. To start, list out all your income and expenses, and organize them into categories such as housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and others. Then, assign a percentage or dollar amount to each category based on your financial goals and priorities. For example, if paying off credit card debt is a priority, you may want to allocate a larger percentage of your budget towards paying off that debt. Make sure to include a category for savings, as this will help you reach your financial goals. It's also important to consider using a budgeting app or spreadsheet to help you track your spending and ensure you stay on budget. A good budgeting app or spreadsheet will allow you to input your income and expenses, assign them to different categories, and track your spending in real time. It can also help you identify areas where you may be overspending and make adjustments accordingly. It's important to remember that creating a budget is a process and it may take some time to find the right balance. Be prepared to make adjustments as you go along and stay flexible. By creating a budget plan, you'll be able to see exactly where your money is going and make adjustments as needed to reach your financial goals. Step 4. Stick to your budget. Now that you've created a budget plan, the next step is to stick to it. This is often the hardest part, but it's crucial to staying on track with your financial goals. Here are some tips for sticking to your budget. Avoid impulse purchases. Impulse buying can quickly add up and blow your budget. Try to stick to your list when shopping, and wait at least 24 hours before making a big purchase to ensure it's something you really want or need. Plan for unexpected expenses. Emergencies happen, and it's important to have a plan in place. Set aside some money each month in your budget for unexpected expenses, such as car repairs or medical bills. Review your budget regularly. Reviewing your budget regularly will help you stay on track and make adjustments as needed. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to track your spending, and compare it to your budget. Look for areas where you may be overspending and make adjustments. Be flexible. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes your budget may need to be adjusted. Be prepared to make changes as needed and stay flexible. Reward yourself. It can be difficult to stick to a budget, so reward yourself when you reach a financial goal or when you stick to your budget for a certain period of time. Sticking to a budget takes discipline and commitment, but the benefits are worth it. By following these tips and staying consistent, you'll be on your way to achieving your financial goals. Conclusion. Creating and sticking to a budget is not always easy, but it's worth it in the long run. It takes discipline and commitment, but by following the steps outlined in this video, you'll be on your way to achieving your financial goals. Remember to assess your current financial situation, set financial goals, create a budget plan, and stick to it. Don't be afraid to make adjustments along the way and stay flexible. Don't wait, start today and stay consistent. With a little bit of effort and determination, you can take control of your finances and achieve the financial freedom you've always wanted. Remember that financial education is a journey, and every step you take will bring you closer to your goal.